York Council to rule on whether to allow alcohol at axe throwing centre. Police and council officials are against the idea, citing the risk of harm to staff. Do you think they should allow alcohol at an axe throwing event?
I think they should ban axes altogether. I mean, is axe throwing a sport?
Yeah, it's just you throw the axe at the target, and if you get a bullseye, that's the best one, I think.
And how safe is it? Has there any injuries been recorded?
Well, I don't know anyone that's been injured in an axe throwing competition. I know people that got hurt in football and rugby, and people
Yeah,
that fall off a horse. I've never come across anyone that's been injured in an axe throwing competition.
maybe because they are not famous enough. I mean, I didn't know that this axe throwing happens, and since they want to ban alcohol, there must have been incidents with drunk people throwing it the wrong way.
You mean the wrong technique or the wrong direction? What's the correct way to throw an axe?
I don't know. I mean, I've never
Okay.
thrown one, I guess, but you would have to aim at the center. So if it's a concern and they want to stop alcohol, that means that there must have been incidents with drunk customers. Don't you think?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I think it stands out as an odd sport and an odd event, and it's almost, well, how could you even think about having alcohol in that scenario? But alcohol is permitted in so many other scenarios where you've got to be safe. You can drink at home and look after your children. Isn't that dangerous?
Well, what about the other, archery?
Archery. Yeah.
Archery. Um, Archery, what do you think? Would your level of focus get affected by alcohol or
Some
consuming alcohol?
I imagine it would. I think some people say that if you smoke weed, it's good for concentration or for sports like this.
Ah,
It helps you focus.
you're giving the wrong advice
Oh,
for.
I'm not saying do it, but I've heard. So I've even heard people that do jiu-jitsu say when they smoke weed, they're able to think better under pressure, and when they're rolling, they perform better under the influence of weed.
Well, that would be the same thing for the tree that is being chewed in Yemen and Somalia and Eritrea, the cut.
Okay.
And they say if you chew it, it gives you some sort of concentration and you could revise better. And like, do you agree when you feel like you're in need of a drug, any type of drug to make you feel alert or active?
Well,
Is that fair
is
in the community?
is sugar a drug? It
Sugar
changes
is drug.
your mindset, doesn't it?
Sugar is drug, of course. I mean,
People get addicted to it.
yes, yeah, and
Coffee
obviously,
contains caffeine. That's a drug.
of course, anything that you overdo it, it will harm you at some point. Even exercising, if you exercise non-stop and you do it more than what you need, you might have
Yeah. Exercise releases endorphins in the brain,
yeah.
and you can become addicted to that. But to address the question of whether they should allow alcohol at the axe throwing centre, what do you think?
I mean, I would encourage it to be a free activity of access
Free alcohol.
alcohol.
Alcohol free or free alcohol? Which is it?
Free from or
Free
off
from.
alcohol and access altogether.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it's bad enough that they shouldn't be charging for the alcohol at the axe throwing event. Let me know what you think. Should they allow alcohol at all? And if so, should they allow it at the axe throwing competition? Is it a competition? It's just a
Throwing
a
center.
centre.